playing. You're going to see some different heroes, and it feels that every single team, even though sometimes it feels like that you're outdrafted, they play like different style of Dota, and they can get away with it. So
yeah. Yeah, I mean, this. I was kind of leaning towards Tide in the draft a little more against, Void Spirit, and looking at the PL pick afterwards. It's going to be so challenging for Mars, who is the, be all and end all of teamfight capability for Yellow Submarine, to kill a core. Void Spirit will jump out. PL is going to doppelganger away. What is he? Yatoro is like super master, legend, grandmaster on Phantom Land. So yeah, good luck, have fun trying to deal with him doppling everywhere.
You see that in your pubs, level 30 PL, anything like level 30, yes. Some of these strong heroes, you're like, okay, we're in danger.
It's like Ralph Wiggum, I'm in danger.
I love talking about memes, Gary. Sometimes explaining memes vocally can be difficult because the whole concept is to freaking see it and react to it, but
context, visual elements. It's like when you try to describe a joke, right? You tell a joke, it's funny, you say the punchline, and they're like, I don't get it. And you have to explain it. It's like, nah, this is just gonna ruin everything. I guess you've never had to do that, right? All your jokes are just funny anyway, so you never have
not really. It really depends on who you're talking to. Sometimes you have to explain your joke. And they're like, okay, yeah, I got it from... No, you didn't. I could see it in your eyes.
Eyes glazed over, just fading out of reality.
Yellow Submarine did manage to get Observer Board taken down in this bottom lane, so there's going to be some XP for them, which... It is a strong lane. Rubik Mars, this has been a really old school lane. Problem with Rubik is Fade Bolt has been nerfed to the ground. Damage reduction level 1 is only 5%, so you're basically reducing their damage by 3. It's not the greatest. That's one of the weaker aspects. And this is what we mentioned, that Slark can't really battle into Pudge. Hook 150 pure damage, couple of right clicks, and he's already down. Look at him, almost dying.
Goodness, yeah.
That was such a good stroke of fate.
He nearly nailed him there. Collapse. He had the angle. This is not comfortable for King whatsoever. And he's been double waved under tower, too. That Rider's got a lot of work to do to try and protect this Slark. Should we just dive this now as Team Spirit?
Fudge, he's going in. Batrider might be in trouble. Yeah, he could be dead here. They don't want to commit. Not enough creeps. What Mira wants to do is blast him with Stroke of Faith through multiple creeps. That's why Slark did go super low, almost died. It went through 1 hero and 4 creeps, so that's quite a lot of damage.
Yeah, I guess when the Slark's like regenning up, he's on a tower, Bat offers himself, you just think, right, it's simple, we just kill the Batman. Take him out instead. Alright, good look, just go for him, Inkswell. Ooh, should be able to connect here, right, with the damage from this Pudge Rot. The Bat Rider in a spot of bother, getting whacked down. Slark's going to bodyguard him this time around. Hooked back, though, as King drops low, and a little more here from Collapse. Should secure the first blood for Mira.
King, he was saving a point. He didn't know, like, he didn't even have a point until just now. Like, usually want to get that essence shift. He was thinking about getting the pound so he can run away from the trouble. Seeing his Bat Rider being in trouble, and then he decides to block it, but still puts a point in essence shift. So already a bad start. Who was the one who got it? It was Mira who got it. So they're gonna have some fast mana boots in this lane. I believe Mira is bringing Ring of Bassi, and yeah, exactly what they need, because Pudge needs a little bit of mana. He doesn't like to buy into like clarities and mangoes and stuff if you're playing it as a core. Okay, some aggression coming up from Yellow Submarine.
Attempting this, yeah. They've got Inkswell from Mira, but at the very least, Yellow Submarine gonna... Oh, what is it? Attempting on the Bat Rider there. Maybe hiding in the trees. Mid lane, though, lol, dropping low. Array's getting some good damage on him, as it looks pretty even in the CS, but Ember Spirit coming out top in the overall regen trade, it appears. There's some action-packed times in top and mid lane, and we've not looked at bottom at all, have we? Is it just boring down there?
It's PL, standard lane. You also have Pudge, so this is going to be the lane to look out for. He got him.
There we go. King gets him with a little tap. Now looking at Mira as well. Don't think they can follow through there. And in the meantime, Arrays does get the takedown on Lol. So lanes recovering here from Yellow Submarine. Even thinking about bottom, but a good nightmare from Eposhka holds back the Mars. It's got to feel, a raise, the hook, the dodge. Oh no, collapse. What a god. Predicted the left side step.
He took disadvantage and got solo XP for killing a raise. He TP'd, and the lane is... Look at the top lane. Yeah. Mira is in trouble. They're using the information. Collapse showed in the mid lane, and this is going to be a lot of creeps missed, potentially. Let's see what tower is going to attack. Okay, they're denying a lot of those. Go
on then, Collapse. Okay. Yeah, King, rank 4 on the EU leaderboards. Not going to get caught out by that one. Collapse is looking for him. But this was an unplayable lane 2 minutes ago for the Slark. Now he's got 2 stacks up, feeling pretty happy, right?
Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, they did manage to get 1 kill, force Collapse to TP to the mid lane. Sure, he got a return kill, but they also managed to get another kill on Mira, so stabilizing a little bit. And in terms of CS, King did manage to catch up, sitting at 14, 15 at the moment.
Yeah, doing decently. Then look at that Mars, 18 and 12, stacking up deny after deny. Pull across here from Spirit top and trying to make that lane a little longer so they can chase with the Rot and the Inkswell. Try and drag Slark out of his comfort zone close to the tower. And Rubik trading back into the Bane. Just giving Mars free time. A look at top lane again. Pudging on top with the blood grenades thrown. Mira and Collapse pairing up yet again for a Mira kill on the Slark, and they'll get another one, the bonus. Cherry on top of the Ice Cream Sundae in this top lane. Oh, go on, Mira, get the double kill. Wonderfully done by Team Spirit as they get the kills there. I thought someone had died mid, but it was just a courier. I thought we'd had another casualty of war.
Yeah, some beautiful execution in the top lane. Collapse did manage to block King from getting away using that pounce. Ooh, level 4 on Grimstroke already. Level 5 on Pudge. 3 points from Rod, so that's going to be a ton of damage. Slightly low on HP. Needs to bring some extra regen. Mira is feeding him tangos for now. Double bracer. So they might use this opportunity and try to jump him when he's half HP.
Oh, they'd love to.
Lotus. Collapse is not going to be getting it.
Rubik guarding the rune spot. Lol's going to get a shield rune up top. Mars backs away from the PL as they are now set in a 1v1, both pretty low on HP and resources. The supports just battling it out in the jungle on their walk back to lane. It gives Yasuo a little bit of freedom here, though, as Collapse not landing the connection that he wanted in that top spot. Batroid is wrapping around, but they've got Inkswell and the Phantom's Embrace on this Slark. And look at that damage. Incoming onto King. Pops a Lotus, pounces away.
Hook in
Last
a second.
ditch and retreat.
To the left.
Can they land it? Oh, no, King. Again. On the money with his dodges of the hooks there. Freaking scary times, though, when you've got like Phantom's Embrace on you, Rot is ticking you down.
Oh, Batrider's going for it. Wants to bounce him out with the Flame Break. Let's see if he does it.
Ooh,
he does, but Mira is ready.
And on the other side, we saw Miposhka kind of edging towards the other Wisdom Rune. Doesn't commit for it. Lets the Rubik go and take it as Batrider. He's going to stick around and keep fighting Mira. There's 5 stacks of napalm on him.
Yeah, he's going to stick you around and try to go for him. A little bit low on mana. Maybe with another Flame Break would be able to get him closer. Doesn't have boots. Mira does. How's mid lane doing? Pretty even. Laurel, 300 less net worth, but yeah, he did die solo.
Oh, he's up on top again. Who's this? It's Rubik arriving from the right-hand side, but King is the first point of contact there. Mira with the Inkswell onto Rubik to protect the southern side of advance as Batrider turns to fight back, but some good Inkswells and damage from the Rot ticking over. Batrider looks dead. Bane has come through the twin gate. King has spent his spells. Collapse turns and gets the double kill, even hooking his teammate back. Oh, Rubik, can we get the kill? No,
and he did
himself to neutral creeps. Mira now could potentially chase.
He's also trying to get a deny.
He's denying himself to neutral creeps. A double kill for the Vul assassins and kobolds in the small camp.
I think it was the kobold one, the chalice one. What's it called? The Bold Foreman. I always keep forgetting the coolest looking creep in the game. This also relieves some of the pressure from bottom lane. Yatoro is catching up. PL not the strongest laner, would be, you know, very uncool if he was super strong early on and then like one of the strongest heroes in the late game. So, but yeah, he's farming up, has power treads, going for the Aghanim Scepter build, which has been like a new build for Phantom Lancer for a long time.
Yeah, it's been the way to go. I mean, when that lance used to be on the shard, it was pretty nutty, right? Just going Diffusal Man to Octarine shard, bouncing lances everywhere. Now it's on the Ags, it feels a little more natural going into it.
Your ace, some big net worth advantage now, sitting at 600 over Larl. Oh, nice one.
Into the Phantom's Embrace, does get off the Dispel, but dead nonetheless. Slark couldn't even ulti. Miposhka's being looked at here by the Mars, but yeah, I don't think he really wants to go further forward. That was a 2v3 with potential for Spirit to bring more in. They'll eye up mid lane instead, lift Lyle back. He's got a Dissimulate. 5 seconds for the next jump, though. Does get a Remnant onto the Ember Spirit. A little more damage and maybe a Sleight of Fist. A Remnant over the top from the Ember. Oh, a raise has his number. Now, though, the Nightmare and a TP in from the PL. Rubik takes the Nightmare off. So this Ember Spirit should survive, and they'll give away the Rubik's life. Well worth the trade, though, here, and Rue's going to make them work for it. Running around through the trees as this top rune spot being fought over now. Regen spawns bottom, so nothing being gained there by the Ember. PL's going to wander down.
Again, Yatoro making a move. Like, he's ready to back his team up with TP rotation. We've seen in the first game when he was playing Troll, pre-Battle Fury, joining a team fight and doing the same thing again. Didn't get the last hit, but got some assist gold, picked up the Regen rune, back to bottom to his lane to continue to farm up. But the big winner is Collapse, who's on top of net worth at the moment, already has 6 Flesh Heap stacks, so that's pretty massive. Rot is maxed out. Slark needs to recover King, TP to the bottom lane, already 4 deaths to his name. Not really having a great time.
Yeah. I mean, it really is. Oh, Collapse. And he's Pudge, 1000 HP, even at a half green bar, turning and fighting 1v3. Nah, he can't get away with this. They'll surround him and finally bring him down, but he made them frickin' work for it. Soulbind comes out from Mirror, charging forward onto the Ember Spirit. A lot of damage from him and Miposhka's Bane. Not enough to finish, though, so they'll lose the Grimstroke as a trade for nothing.
Oof. Maybe if, like, they use the full combo with Soulbind, double Fiend's Grip, double Dismember, they should be able to get at least, like, 1 kill from it, but could also maybe even save Pudge. It's just they were not there on time, but Yellow Submarine, much better game compared to the first one. Even though they had good laning stage, this one, Race, kind of keeping them in game, getting very close to his Mage Slayer. Hook.
Can't get the Dismember. Race a little too fast for Collapse. Rubik standing his ground there, going to get tagged by the Stroke of Fate. Well, this is really like textbook example, right, of the best team in the world, like you were saying, a very good squad, a very good, well-rounded team, all in sync with each other, against a high MMR pub players. You know, looking at King, he's rank 4, he is, close to the top of the leaderboard, and then you look at his net worth on the left-hand side, you're like, oh, that's a bit rough. He has been focused. This is where, this is the proving ground for players like him. Yes, you're rank 4, but now you've got to grind that mental resilience. You've got to have your mental strength tested by Team Spirit here as you get pummeled into the ground every time you show on the map. He's being run at.
Need a couple of extra thousands of Dota games to have, your skin being thicker, have that PMA mentality. Dire, using a scan, they know something's up. Mira just got scouted.
I guess, what is he? He's like 16 years old, yeah? Once he's got a couple more years.
Young.
He'll absolutely be up there. I'm bringing a PL through the Twin Gate as well. Tier 1 tower being evacuated by Yellow Submarine, not wanting to stick around. They've got 2 mid, 2 bot, and Batrider back in Fountain, ready to move in with the rest of his squad. Looks like they're going to go for a concerted effort onto the Tier 1 down bottom. Team Spirit wanting to guard the Twin Gate. Don't want to get wrapped around on. A pretty cool situation. Trading towers used to be so boring in Dota. Yeah, we trade offlane tower for offlane tower. But now with the Twin Gates, it's like offlane tower for offlane tower, and then maybe a team fight. And then maybe think about, Roshan. Get yourselves across the map so quickly. They've only shown the PL in lane for the past 30 seconds. Ember Spirit might not be expecting this, but he zips away. Tower bottom gone to King's Slark. Lol jumping back in the mid lane. Looking at this 14-minute rune timer coming up in 10 seconds. And Team Spirit still moving from south to north through that bottom jungle. Looking to try and connect back in towards Lol's Void Spirit. But Yellow Submarine, they've managed to keep themselves away at arm's length from this squad. For now, anyway.
As you said, trade for a trade, but they're also getting a lot from the map. Slark, Hand of Midas finish, continues to farm up, has a lot of region because of the Shadow Dance, has safety bubble as well. So, it's Slark, so he never needs to go back and heal up. But Mage Slayer is online for Erase, so that's going to reduce the spell damage. Pudge doesn't like to play into this item. 40% less spell damage is quite a lot.
That's all you rock, just like not useful at all. Man, this Slark, he was 5th in net worth. I was making fun of him a little bit a couple of minutes ago. Now he's top of the pops. Good slight chains coming in from a race. Nightmares are on the Mars and the Soulbind too, but they've got the arena down.
No grip.
No grip at all. The Bane is blown up. Mirror follows quickly after. Now Batrider found by the PL. Team Spirit can finally start to unload their damage output. Oh, this Void Spirit though, losing all of his HP. Fate Bolt and a Zap down. The Pudge in trouble too. Collapse trying to escape and Yatoro doppelganging away. They do cancel the grip in time. Nightmare there onto Miponchka as Collapse backs up under his tier 2 tower, but he's been caught out with a good spear. Pessimist has found him. Collapse still surviving. Sleight of Fist not enough damage, and he hooks back the Mars. Rubik steals out the Brain Sap, but that's not really going to turn the tides here. Pretty good fight from Yellow Submarine, though. The way they approached that was really nice. Blow up the supports.
Yeah, and Poshka was unable to get the Fiend's Grip. Mira, he did use Soulbind, but he gets caught inside the arena. Rubik had Lift available, so unable to do it. And he also was forced to use Buyback, but Erase did quite a lot of damage in that fight. When you're grouping up early on against Ember Spirit, and if you can't bring him down, you know that there's going to be like 5-6 Sleight of Fists available in the fight, plus the Mage Slayer overtime damage. Nice try from Collapse to try to hook him there, but a bit too far away.
Yeah. Man, lol, where's your HP going? You're getting zapped incredibly hard by the Fade Bolt and Brain Sap. So yeah, what was that overall? A 2 for 3 plus a buyback from the Bane like you mentioned. Lol already forced to use the Illusion Rune immediately after it was hooked by Collapse, but getting dragged around into this arena, which is back up again. Slark on the right side, good Nightmare save. Lol trading it back, can look to slip away with another Astral Step if he needs to. Yatoro trying to keep tabs on this Ember Spirit who's just diving forward. Looking at Miponchka, and a little more chip here should do the trick. King wants in. Not going to get there for the stats upgrade for the Slark, sadly. And Erase should be fine here against the PL Illusions.
Yeah, another big fight for Yellow Submarine. They understand that PL is really weak at the moment, even though Yatoro is in those fights. Their damage output is really not there because of the Mage Slayers. Everything gets reduced, mostly for Collapse. Like, he's super tanky, Flash Heap available, 8 stacks of it, as well as a Cold Bracelet, but all this constant chip damage, something that Pudge doesn't like to play into. This Slark, when he gets on top of him, like, even though this is Slark with 1000 HP, and he's still not afraid because of the bubble. Magic Wand charges this big Mage Slayer, and he has the backup as well, coming out from Ember Spirit, who's, I believe, is about to finish off his Maelstrom pretty soon, so they will have something to deal with PL. I feel Team Spirit will need to chill just a little bit, maybe go for the pickoffs themselves, and then try to go for a fight, because right now, Yellow Submarine, they look pretty strong. Batrider does have Blink available, Lasso as well, so pickoff potential is definitely there.
I think there's some things in Dota that never change, right? And Phantom Lancer, Diffuser Blade timing.
Yeah, it's always going to be massive. So they could farm up, wait for that Diffusal Blade, and they could also poke. Because some of the heroes that they have, Void Spirit with Mage Slayer, Pudge, they're relatively tanky. So they also need to like heavily commit from Yellow Submarine to be able to get the kill. With the Arena, with Lasso. Full wraparound against Laurel.
Hey, they see the purple circles. Where's he gone? Oh, he's off into the fog. They see him now. aren't quite catch up to me yet. Ember Spirit trying. Good remnant from Lol. Dissimulate to the left, but he's been found with a root. Now they've caught him up, pinned against a tree. The 5-man group up pick and play from Yellow Submarine as they transfer that kill into defense of the tier 1 middle lane. Ember and Mars looking at collapse here with a slight chains. He does hook back, grips into the Mars as well. Damage is lacking though. They don't have enough to finish him off. They've just got this Mage Slayer. And now the drag back in. Collapse is done for. There's no escaping. Yellow Submarine really biting back at Team Spirit here. And King, he has had enough. After that disastrous game 1, he's swinging back hard. Top of the net worth, looking hot. Stacking up Agi stacked galore.
Yeah, you could see, like, the very moment when they get hit by Sleight of Fist, Mage Slayer, they stop doing damage. I don't know why it's 40. Like, why is it 40%? And then you have, like, magic resistance, you have damage over time. It's just too up. I still feel that if the spell damage was reduced by, like, 15%, if it was 25, people would still buy this item. Like, 40 just seems way too high.
Yeah. I mean, would you change the 40%, or would you change it from spell damage to magic damage?
Maybe magic, because it's like all spell damage.
Yeah. It's like pretty nutty, right? When it's literally every spell, you know, Quill Spray, Ghost from Death Prophet, or Pure Damage Hook, all being reduced. Yeah, some nutty stuff. Like when when you have multiple heroes buying Mage Slayer in the game, that's when you know. Slark's got one, Ember's got one, Void Spirit's got one.
Remember a few weeks back, some good Solar Crest. Everybody was buying Solar Crest. There were multiple games where there were like 8, 9, 10 total per game. Just like, okay, it's that good. I'm gonna buy it. And we were talking about Slark's item build, King. I did mention like either Maelstrom or Radiance, leaning towards Radiance because he's playing into PL. He has that one queued up, so he's mixing it up. Going for Hand of Midas, something to farm up, Mage Slayer to tank up, and then Aghanim Scepter to have double jump, get out of the trouble, and connect onto targets easily, and then into Radiance. So it doesn't necessarily need to be Radiance Rush. I remember when Monet was playing Slark, he built against PL, that was like 6 months ago or something. He did go for Soul Ring, Treads into Radiance. It really depends like what your other heroes can do. Oh, they might catch him here. Ooh, that was close.
I mean, is he out yet? Lol is going through the twin gate. They scanned, but didn't catch a glimpse of the Mars. It looks like he is away from them. Just a quick pick on the Rubik, but it's not too bad for Yellow Submarine. They had Slark and Mars both down there who escape and get back to farming pretty quickly. Oh, 21 minutes is coming up, though. Wisdom Rune time. Miposhka on the hunt. Who's this coming in? Oh, yeah. Come up that staircase. Good Observer Ward. Good attempt on the lift. Miposhka too quick for you, though. I did scan it as well, of course. Well, a little bit of calm. This is always going to be good for the Phantom Lancer. Hitting his timings, getting towards that late game. Being the scaling monster that he is. Aghanim's Diffusal is here, so Team Spirit, you know, they're not slouches when it comes to this next team fight incoming either. But would they want to go looking for it, or are you wanting to set up to defend against Yellow Submarine's next move?
It's a 5k gold lead for Yellow Submarine, but Yatoro, if he takes this mid tower, not gonna commit to it, but it's still, I don't know if you experienced it. Phantom Lancer, 5-6 slotted. That goes for, what's it called, Bloodthorn build. And then you just die. Like all these illusions hitting you. Bloodthorn also on certain heroes seems like slightly OP. Arena, but he's out already.
Yeah. Soulbind does nothing because of that lasso onto Mira. There's a very quick reaction from Yatoro, though, right? We talked about it at the start. When you see this, Grand Master hero, you know he's going to be quick on the doppel. Can't catch him with the Arena Spear in that kind of move. But good attempt from Yellow Submarine. And they don't come away empty-handed. Hook attempt misses from Collapse. Tries a little fishing expedition. In Spirit, well, they were trying to set up for a fight in that mid lane on the ramp, but King has come in behind onto this Void Spirit, and down he goes. Was that the Aghanim? Yeah, Aghanim set the double pounce.
Leash.
Double leash finds him.
Into Searing Chains, nothing he could do about it. Like, he might need some kind of a dispel mechanic. Laurel, considering that he had a bit of a rough start, did go for Hand of Midas. FPS as his like second item after Mage Slayer Treads. Okay, FPS problems, some PL enjoyers. It is like that. Like, no matter how good of a PC you have, if PL or Monkey King is in your game, you know that FPS is going to drop 40 FPS, he says.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, no matter what happens. Oh, hello.
Oh.
They've got the grip off the back of the hook, but King is still alive. Shadow Dancer's out. Miposhka in trouble. They get the Nightmare down to save the pain for now, and King has fallen. Collapse has hooked him back and taken him down. Pessimist still fighting in the midst of them all, trying to battle back and kills Mira off, but the turnaround from Spirit is coming thick and fast. Yatoro has unlocked his potential, charging with a doppelganger forward towards the Mars, trying to toy with them with some illusion movement and baiting, but look at a raise, out of mana completely, being burst down by Collapse, and Yatoro, oh no, he's not burst out. He turns with his Batrider, position 4, slapping Team Spirit. Where did that damage come from? It looked like Spirit was starting to run over that fight, and suddenly, they just die.
It's Ember again, and also Rubik had stolen Inkswell in that fight, so that's pretty massive. He can dispel people, he can use it on his Ember Spirit or Slark that goes in. He can dispel a lot of things. Dismember, Fiend's Grip. I want to see damage dealt by Ember. Of course, it's super high. It's 4,000 damage. Like, it's also quite a lot of damage coming out from PL with that Aghanim Scepter Diffusal Blade. You said that this was the big timing. Whenever PL picks it up, but still not enough. I feel like, you know, they need to execute their combo. They need the double grip to be able to win the fight. And oh no, Larl again. He's just feeding these two playing together, having Larl's number in the last few minutes.
And they find Mira as well. Array just keeps on going. They've got pounces for days. He misses that one though, but he dodges the hook. King, 16-year-old superstar, coming back in game 2 here and looking incredibly hot. Yeah, in that previous fight, we had like 3 Inkswells from Rubik, 5 Fade Bolts. You know, he was pushing a lot of damage.
They're going to be in trouble. Like, this is pretty massive lead for Yellow Submarine. Items are starting to pile up. Maelstrom already finished, now going into Shiva's Guard, reducing the attack speed, slowing them down. Two supports, they can't do anything. They get jumped by like one of these heroes and they're instantly gonna die. Miposhka, he was already having a bad game, was forced to use a buyback, and now they have enough like control to cancel their big combo, because they want to do is Inkswell, Dismember, or a Fiend's Grip. It's just not working out. Larl doesn't feel too comfortable jumping in. What is he building into? Because he had the Aghanim Scepter, BKB in his quick buy. Switch his mind. He's like, okay, I'll pick up the Shard.
And then BKB, and then Ags. They need something now, because Mira, Miposhka dying one after the other, time and time again here to Yellow Submarine as they press forward onto this Radiant side of the map. Tier 1 still standing up top. I'm going to have to start cutting these waves, getting in onto the objectives. But at this point, yeah, you can start thinking about, hey, next team fight leads to Roshan, gives Aegis to Slark, and King, once he's got that Radiance plus Aegis, going to have a completely free time in these fights.
They also have the save capabilities now coming out from Slark. King picked up the Shard. There's one thing that I told you, Gary, after this game ended. It was off stream, but I did say I kind of expected this series, like this game, to be closer after they got stomped in the first game, because these are all like really good players. Larl again, good Fiend's Grip. There, he's not getting out of this one.
See ya. Ember down. Dismember the Rubik. Team Spirit, no mucking around, right? They let Lol die a couple of times. That false sense of freebie from Yellow Submarine. The third time he dangled the Void Spirit. He's got 4 heroes behind him.
This is the experience from Team Spirit. Like, they know how to read what enemies are gonna do. Sacrifice Larl for the greater good 2 times, and then they backed him up. Got 2 big kills. So significant gold increase coming up from that fight. There's your big combo that you were talking about.
Nightmare into hook, the sick setup, the combo's there. Miposhka does die for it, but decently worth it. They're giving Larl a killing streak from the Batrider. Feels really nice for your Void Spirit now.
I miss Mirana plus Bane combo. It's been... Or Ember Spirit plus Mirana. Or just Mirana.
OD?
Because...
OD Mirana?
Yeah. Mirana alone in any role, because this hero feels unplayable at the moment. Just doesn't do enough damage.
One of the iconic Dota heroes, right? There's a reason she was in the anime. Think back to the old Holy Hexor videos with the shining, the shining starburst arrow flying through the trees in the fog to connect on a Shikuchiing Weaver to kill it off. Never forget Dota 1 days.
We're going back in time. Dota 1. It's been what? It's 2024 now, Gary. Jesus.
Man, stop it. Don't do that. Dude, I was looking at like childhood movies, like Lion King and Toy Story and stuff like that. And I was like, oh god, these were released in, like 1989, 1991.
Wait, I think 1994 Lion King was released.
Yeah, I mean, it was like early 90. Yeah, it was like E.T. I think was the one that was released in like 1988 or 89. But anyway, it looks like Yellow Submarine looking for another fight around this Radiant Ancient spot, catching out Collapse's Pudge. Good spear into the leashes. They're struggling a little bit with the damage. He's got Eternal Shroud and a Shiva's Guard, stuck at 1300 HP and life-stealing for days. This is a 1v5. Collapse, just die.
He's super tanky. He does have Craggy Coat, use Toughen Up, so his armor, that's just 18 armor coming out from Craggy Coat, Phase Boots as well. Then you have Shiva's Guard. He did skip level 10 talent. Usually you do that unless they have like just bunch of physical damage, but he can also pick up extra 5 armor if he needs to.
Defending the base.
I think it's Yatoro calling the shots again, saying what's his timing is. Like this silence, some good old Silencio coming out from Phantom Lancer. And seems like he wants to mix things up a little bit, get the Ghost Shroud as well on his PL, and get that Bloodthorn. Bloodthorn on PL is nuts. You get 60 damage for every hit. Like every illusion does it. Also, I think like one of the best items on Broodmother. Great on Wind Ranger as well. All these heroes that can just kill you. Any hero with like bunch of summons. Nagasiren as well. Yeah.
And King nearly lashed onto Laurel on that right side of the map. He's a sneaky fella, this Slark. But is this really like a Yatoro 1v9 kind of game? Is this putting his team on his shoulders kind of deal with this Phantom Lancer pick?
Well, Laurel managed to find some good farm. A few minutes ago, he was sitting at 600 gold, had Shard in his quick buy. Suddenly, that's Aghanim Scepter. A few Midas usages, a few minutes without dying. And also does have Nemesis Curse. So that's going to be quite a lot of burst damage coming out from him.
Oh, sure is. I see it straight away onto this Rubik. That's pretty much a solo kill from Lol in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, he's Rubik.
Oh, right. It took me a second. Yeah, his name is Rue. What's next for Yellow Submarine then? If we look at this PL, Lol recovering on the Void Spirit. Yellow Submarine, are they thinking about Roshan? Are they thinking about High Ground?
Right now, it's Team Spirit who are doing Roche immediately on the Radiant side. I don't think they have what it takes to fight them, because they're not there on time. Roshan already down to half HP. They're picking it out. They're like, okay, no one's showing, but it's slightly too late. Roshan already dead.
Yeah, look at those purple balls above Roshan's head. That's when you know he's screwed. Stand at the Twin Gate here, though. Ooh, this could get interesting.
Let's see, they're channeling.
Spear. They're going for it. Collapse and Lol, they're here. Come through the gate. Mirror getting blown up. And Yellow Submarine, the perfect setup. Pudge in trouble. This reward transcends expectation. Ember Spirit going to stand here and fight Collapse. It'll take a while. So we'll slow things down and watch the inevitable demise of the Pudge on our screens.
They set them a trap. This is pretty nicely done from Yellow Submarine. Yatoro was not there. I don't know if he did not want to go. Maybe the rest of the team was ready to get a pick off, but Yatoro now picked up that silence. So that's going to be their control against Ember Spirit, who doesn't have any kind of dispel mechanic at the moment. Sure, he can farm it in the next 2 minutes if he doesn't die, but he's also super tanky. A lot of attack speed slow from Shiva's Guard, overtime damage, Maelstrom, Mage Slayer, multiple Sleight of Fist. He even has the level 20 talent, so extra 55 damage. It's gonna hurt, and we did mention that Slark was going for that Radiance. Did pick it up in the end.
Are you afraid as Team Spirit? You know, knowing a team of their caliber, they've come back from worse situations like this. They've got PL, they've got Aegis. You know, how confident are you in taking the next team fight or thinking into the future here?
I mean,
or are you worried the game ends in a couple of minutes?
They are scaling. I see Mars going for Deso, so he wants to get some extra damage. I know Slark sometimes tends to fall off if he's playing into counters. Ember Spirit is a mean late game hero. Like, this hero is just wild.
It feels like it's going to have to take the perfect combo from Spirit to kind of pull themselves up and drag themselves back into this game. We still need these soul binds into grips and dismembers. Not able to have the multicast basically from them because Yellow Submarine have been so good with their spell casting. We've had lassos, lifts, spears to cancel out any kind of teamfight combo that Team Spirit bring. And PL can cut out the waves mid. Looks like a pretty long migration from Yellow Submarine, giving up their own ancient spot, heading over to the Radiant one. A tier 2 awaits them in that top lane as a free objective. Collapse, I don't know what he was hooking there, but
he got something.
He was like hooked through the illusion.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
This is a good move. This is where you know Yellow Submarine are a good team, right? They're dodging the fight, and they're looking to take a place on their map, set up on their own terms. Again, trying to set this kind of trap, use the terrain to their advantage, but Slark immediately has to pop his
in
BKB,
and out.
double pounce in and out. You're right. Half HP and dropping even lower. So King disengages, tries to dodge out of there, and Team Spirit, they're going to be the ones advancing and looking for this charge forward now. Nightmare on the bat up atop the high ground. They want a bigger target, but I don't think they'll find one. Everyone else from Yellow Submarine has managed to get away, it appears.
Ooh, damage from Void Spirit. It's this Nemesis curse. And he's not even level 20 right now, so no Astral Step charge restore time. But you can see the power of Phantom Lancer with Orchid. Like, Slark goes for the high ground. I was a little surprised like how aggressive they were pushing into high ground while the enemy team does have Aegis. And I believe Yatoro finished off his he bought something. It's Eternal Shroud. Okay, just needs to use the courier, buy the last component.
Right, so how good is this item now? Because it was hot garbage last year.
It definitely was. But now it's like really good. On these tanky heroes, on PL, definitely good. We see it on Pudge, like Centaur is really good with it.
Radiant are scanning.
Got those stacks of endurance going.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, it used to be one of my favorite items on like Underlord or Bristleback, and it was like, well, this item's unbuyable anymore. I think the removal of a hood in general felt bad for a lot of these tanky offlaners.
Yeah, it did. It did.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And it's good on Pudge because, like, your rot, you can self-proc it as well. So it works on your rot, so that's pretty good. Look at his magic resistance right now, 60%. Let's say somebody hits you with the Mage Slayer in the team, you have Eternal Shroud, you're not gonna die. Like, it needs to be some heavy physical for you to die. Great smoke timing from Yellow Submarine. Aegis expiring in 5 seconds. They know. Look at the Team Spirit setting up vision in this area, but someone's pinging out mid. Like, they should know something is up because no one's pushing out the mid lane. Good wrap around.
Breaks, shivers in, two-man chains. Slug is tapped by the Remnant though, caught up. Death Pact is there as they do get a soul bind onto 2 inside the arena. Oh, Batrod is gone, has to buy back immediately. Mira and Poshka blown up quickly though. Lyle on the left side, pounced upon, but his BKB allows him to dissimulate out.
Oh, they know Yatoro, they know which one is real.
They know where he is, they'll find him. Phantom Lancer down and collapses Pudge yet again, the one left standing. Trying to gather up the bodies on the battlefield to feed his internal infernal engine. Falls at the mark though as Lal looks to slip away past the Gem of True Sight that's just casually on the ground. Lal sees it. Oh, go on then, I'll have one of these.
Oh, how's he gonna get out? Looking when the creeps are spawning, but he's also being pinged out. Mars wants to get him. There's also TP from Rue.
Ooh. Oh.
He went the other way. No TP on him, so they might still find him. Courier might scout him. Uh-oh, he's in danger.
Here. You cheeky fella. What are you up to? Where's he gone? Oh, he's gone down. Oh, he's really pissing them off now, though, isn't he? Does he bring one of his couriers over? Someone send a courier to me. I've got a gem on the floor.
Okay, he's gonna die in the end. He did pick up the other Dissimulate Ring talent to get out of trouble. Like, it was really good for the situation. It's a good talent. Before, you know, it was level 15 talent, I believe. It looks slightly OP, but glad that they changed it. King, he's in.
Yeah, he is. On a tier 3. You gotta be a little careful with the Phantom's Embrace. Dismember. And he gets out of danger. Look at this Mars going straight for the supports. BKB up, Arena on Miposhka. Raise allowed freedom to charge forward. And now with the drag back onto this Grimstroke, they found another kill. 3 dead with no buyback. Bane and PL, 2v5.
That might be it.
And the Phantom Lance, he just dies. This might be it, you're right. Game looks over. 4 dead, Bane the only one standing, and Yellow Submarine taking barracks.
They should go for end. I think they should just go and try to end the game. Slark has 156 Agi stolen. Has over 400 damage, and they're going for it. They want to poke. They want to see if Yatoro has buyback, but he does not. That's pretty much their last glyph. Slark still has all that Agi.
Bulwark, protect the creeps. Defend them at all costs. Ember Spirit TP'd home, but didn't... He does have a remnant, huh? He doesn't want to use it? He's a little scared.
Yeah, it's there. Maybe he's like, I'll get gripped, I'll get hooked. Slark, you're going for the finish.
He's going for throne. Hitting buildings. This has allowed 4 members of Team Spirit to respawn and come back alive.
There's the combo. They got it off.
Combo. Dismember onto 2, the Bat and Ember. All caught up in the silence and the rot, and they found the takedown. The throne still stands. Oh man, Yellow Submarine close to victory, but Team Spirit not out of it yet.
One of the toughest teams in Dota 2, in Dota history, even to like be brought down. They're always going to find something. They were definitely lacking the execution of this big combo, the Soulbind into Fiend's Grip, into Dismember. We didn't see it in the last like 20-25 minutes even, but yeah, they pulled it off when it really mattered. And now they're still in the game. Yatoro, he needs that Bloodthorn. It's going to be their explosive damage where they can delete a hero.
It feels like he needs Aegis as well. A minute and a half for next Roche, and Lal. Slark walks into him. Caught with the telekinesis, but a bit of backup here from Team Spirit. Going to force the Slark to BKB now. Good stolen Phantom's Embrace there on the Pudge. Make sure there's no Dismember play. Well, Nightmare the Rubik instead, and he's gone for a minute. Yatoro closing in on that Bloodthorn like you've been talking about. Just got to contend with this mid lane of super creeps and keep it out of that Radiant base. On tier 4 neutral items. Juicy stuff arriving. Trickster's Cloak for the Phantom Lancer, so increased tankiness. Pudge considering what he wants.
That's 60% magical resistance on PL without having any Eternal Shroud stack, so that's pretty massive. Like, this PL can go still, like, he can buy another 15,000 net worth of items, because he can upgrade his Diffusal Blade, eat his Ags, upgrade to Bloodthorn. These are really expensive items that he's buying it, so it's all about delaying the game. But I think the big one is going to be this Bloodthorn on him. Picked up the shard even, so we'll have the invisibility.
Mars with the Ancient Guardian. Plus 50 damage. Plus a bit more when you're near the Ancient. And well, when the Ancient's exposed, that's pretty damn good, you know? Just run down mid lane, finish off the buildings. Press BKB. He's got Refresher Orb as well for that double Arena and double BKB. But of course, there has to be a fight first. Bottom right corner. Roshan awaits both of these teams in his pit. Everyone's smoked. And Team Spirit trying to set up around the Lotus Pool. Roshan hearing a lot of noises, scurrying in the bushes.
Full wraparound from Yellow Submarine. They want to kill these supports. They want to kill Bane. Miposhka needs to go. Laurel, smoke popped.
First point of contact, but they found Miposhka. Self-nightmares, but looks pretty dead on my screen. 80 seconds with no Bane. Look at Laurel, though. He's in on the Rubik and the Bat, but he's been caught out with a lasso now. And up towards the northern side, the Slark with his BKB, aiming for the PL. Yatoro. Oh, he was being focused there, but he turns with all of his illusions, looking at the Slark, trying to burn his mana down. He's still full HP with an Inkswell on him. Pounce away, gets King out of danger for now. Mars, BKB's back up. No mana left for him, and as he's standing and fighting with a buyback out of Mira, they want to continue this fight. Dismember's there. Rot stolen by the Rubik, trying to turn around as much damage as he can, but Yatoro, he disengages. He knows that there's no fight left to be had here as the PL just
Erase
backs up.
is very low.
Gets away.
Yatoro,
Erase
he's going for it.
will get finished off. Turns and fights 1v4. A double kill for the PL. What can he get? Any more? Slog. Phantom Embrace on him. Silenced up for now, but he gets it taken off. Mira and Yatoro. 2v3. The Mars in a little bit of trouble, but the Slog opens up on the PL. Knows that's his job. Gets the trick done. And a triple kill for King.
These are all buybacks, and Yatoro, he needs to buy back. It was a really nice play coming out from him because he killed the guy. He killed Ember, who had gems. So he comes back from the invis, tries to reset one more time, gets another kill. The problem is, like, he's pretty much a one-man army at the moment because that previous fight was on two different sides. And look at the amount of damage dealt by Slark. This is pretty massive. This is insane. It's 6-9 damage from Slark. He went ham in that fight. Radiance now has a full Bloodthorn, level 25, so 40 seconds on Essence Shift, so that's pretty massive. How's he looking?
Very nice.
21 perma agi and stealing 100 agi with the Essence Shift, so...
Not bad, not bad. And they're the ones to get into the Roche. Aim just for your Slog. Everybody's going to come down and join them. Got Roshan's banner there as well. Help out a little bit in these pushes. We can start to see, you know, this Phantom Lancer's strength. He's getting there, but you've been waiting for this Bloodthorn for a long time, and so has Yatoro. If that was finished off in the previous fight, maybe it could have tipped the scales into Team Spirit's hands, but as it stands, 24k net worth lead. We're heading into 45 minutes of gameplay here, and Yellow Submarines, they've been the ones out in front.
They need to get this Bloodthorn before the next fight. Yatoro is trying to farm up as much as he can. Javelin, pretty much online, needs a 450 recipe, so he needs to farm it. TP is available. How are we looking in the buyback department? Not a single buyback available on Team Spirit.
Nope. Nope. No money. No timers. And they just have to sit and hope the Yellow Submarine don't press into their base just yet. Mid lane going to get shoved in. That needs to be defended. Top has been dealt with by Yatoro and his illusions, but he has TP'd back to finish off that Bloodthorn.
And there it is. He finally got it. Plus level 25 talent, so 200% critical strike. 25% chance, 24.
Overwhelming Blink going to come out from this Mars soon as well. He could contend with these PL illusions. And King just pouncing in. Does he see all the... Yes, he does see the real one. Yatoro in some serious trouble. Can we get him out of here with a punch to help him out a little bit? But no,
he bought
Yatoro's
back.
Dead. 2
That's
minutes
it,
on
Gary.
the sidelines. That's it. No PL, no gameplay. Team Spirit, no chance. You can't do it. They slug too strong. They've lassoed up Lowell. He's silenced and caught. He BKB's out. Gets a bit of distance with his astral steps, but at this point it is just a losing battle for Team Spirit in game 2. They've got a couple of buybacks up their sleeves, but King with his BKB, his Aegis, and the freedom to go fountain diving basically past the throne. Look at the buildings, secure this game 2, take down the objective. Collapse trying to give it back though. Hooks the Mars, Nightmares the Slark. King with the Inkswell on him, still trying to fight the building. No PL, but Team Spirit, they're holding. 2 heroes dead on Yellow Submarine. They are 3v4. Technically numbers advantage here for Spirit. Phantom Embrace good, but the Lotus Sword better. Gets back onto Lol. Mira dead to this Ember Spirit now, who dived into the back lines and finds the bonus kill. This should be it, finally. They tried as hard as they could without the PL and collapsed there, the tanky fella on the front lines. Being bullied by the Slark and the Ember Spirit, losing every stat imaginable, but the throne falls in the end. 1-1, this best of 3 going the distance. You said it. It's going to be a competitive one here. Rank 4, the Slark. He was Weaver in game 1, had a tough time, but this time around, he was spectacular.